Isn't this the same CR, the same spending levels that you voted for in September, the same spending levels that you voted for in December? So what has changed? What's changed is you have President Trump in office rather than President Biden in office, because there's no other argument you can have here. They weren't willing to shut it down. They were okay with these numbers two other times, but this is in 2024. Now that Trump's in office, it's their hatred towards Trump that they're willing to shut down the government for. It's absurd. Why wouldn't they support the policies, the numbers that they voted for underneath Biden?
Do you think the government will shut down?
No, I think they cave in by.
Get ready, GOP Senator Mark Wayne Mullen takes on CNN. In a heated exchange, he challenges host Caitlin Collins on the Democrats' shifting stance on government spending.
For me, we have leftovers. This should have been taken care of October 1st. Chuck Schumer never brought a spending bill to the floor. He had every one of them by July 31st. He refused to hear one appropriation bill, not one. So now we have leftovers that we got to deal with from the Biden administration. How long do we deal with that? We're not going to balance the budget off of when we're 6 months into this to this FY25, which ends September 30th. At some point, we need to cut the umbilical cord from the Biden administration, say, okay, we can't deal with your mess anymore. We need to be looking to the policies and to the fiscal responsibility that Trump can bring. And so that's FY26. So the longer we deal with FY25, which is what we're doing right now, which should have already been taken care of, mind you, October 1st, the longer we do it, that the more it distracts us from delivering what the American people wanted November 3rd.
Did Republicans get anything out of this?
Out of this? Not
because you're also voting for the same levels that Biden and Schumer.
Of course, I understand that completely, but I want to start focusing on Trump's policies. I want to quit dealing with Biden's policies. We can't. It's a distraction right now. Okay, let's go ahead, pass it. Let's fund it for the rest of the year. Start working on Trump's policies through Trump's appropriations with a Republican-led House and a Republican-led Senate with a Republican-led White House. Because that's where we can get change. You're not going to affect change halfway through a fiscal year already that the money was spent by Biden and that administration. We can make real change in FY26.
Seriously, it's like Mullen's holding a mirror up to their hypocrisy. What's mind-boggling is how quick the Democrats are to flip the script now that Trump is in office. Mullen doesn't hold back, and to be honest, it's refreshing to see someone calling out the establishment media and these chaotic spending antics. Wait a sec. If you enjoy content that challenges the norm and keeps it real, hit that subscribe button. Go on, I'll wait. Done? Welcome aboard. All right, so let's dive headfirst into the heated back and forth between Senator Mullen and Caitlin Collins, because, honestly, it was something to behold. Mullen didn't mince words as he laid down what he sees as the Democrats' crafty sidestep, and, it's about time someone did. Right? So, Collins tossed her questions with gusto, trying to pin Mullen with this whole new spending kerfuffle.
I counted, and you have voted against at least 38 different federal budget resolutions in your time on the Hill. Why would you vote yes now?
There's actual cuts in there the first time.
It has nothing to do with the fact that if you vote no, it could shut the government down?
I voted to we've shut the government down multiple times.
But the margin is smaller this time. And if, right now there's one hard no vote, Thomas Massey. I don't know of any definite no's. And we see people go from hard no to yes, sometimes pretty quickly.
Very quick.
So why would you vote yes this time if typically you vote against something like this?
Because this is the first time since I've been in Congress that we've decreased the size of government, literally. And if you add interest in, it's even more. Inflation in, it's even more. But it's several billion. I think it's around $20 or $30 billion, but it's a start.
So it doesn't bother you that essentially what you would be voting for, though, are spending levels that were agreed to by President Biden and
Nancy Pelosi,
Chuck Schumer.
I don't like that one bit, but it is a reduction. And to shut the government down, I think just being politically, the Democrats would talk. They would. This shows the game of politics. The Democrats before, when we were shutting the government down, this is the worst thing that ever happened. It's the Republicans' fault. But now they're going to shut it down. They're not going to vote for the CR, which is almost at the same levels as they passed under Schumer and Pelosi. And now that it's on us, it's like, this is the worst thing in the world. And it's just a game back and forth. That's all it is.
Senator Mullen wasn't having it. He called out Democrats for suddenly opposing spending levels they once back, suggesting it's more about blocking Trump than fiscal responsibility. Collins pushed back, claiming spending hadn't changed under Biden, but Mullen, armed with receipts, reminded Herter.